Thanks, Mita. Hi, everybody. I'm happy to be here. I wear two hats, so I'll speak to both of them. The first piece, as the leader of WIF, I go back to 2016 when in the Capitol Theater we showed a film called Migrant Dreams. And this is about the abused workers who are working in corporate greenhouses in our county. And at that screening, we had about 40 of the workers come to the screening and be there and have a powerful, heavy, challenging, and very necessary conversation with our community about what exactly is going on in that oh so distant place in the county. And it's moments like that that our whole WIF team reminds ourselves this is why we exist, to do just this. Last year, we brought two important films to the community. One was the film Pray, which is about sex abuse scandals by the Catholic Church here in Windsor, things that were still being hidden and not acknowledged in our own community. And we had a very, very powerful conversation in that Capitol Theater again. And we also had the film There's Something in the Water, about environmental racism and the lack of access and equity of Black people to something as basic as clean water in our great country of Canada. And that's thanks to Annika and the Center for Cities that brought that film to us. What concerns me, I think, right now for the climate we're in, WIF just announced this past week that we're not going to run our 2020 festival just based on the realities of COVID and the safety of the community, is for WIF, and I think for a lot of the arts and culture organizations, and many of whom I know are joining the chat today, is where are these crucial conversations happening? Where are these unfiltered conversations going to happen? Where we go after very difficult stories and emotions, and by showing it on screen, you then bring it back into the audience and you speak to it. And I think that's a real concern of all of ours right now, is where are these difficult conversations going to happen? You know, if they're not happening, these giant, well-attended, well-mediated, you know, lots of media, lots of attention, and that it concerns that these things are going to be silent for a year, and we can't have it. With my SOCA hat on, my concerns are for our student, and the concerns being around their safety and their mental health and their wellness of being our students for the coming year, many of whom are not in a position to have expensive instruments at their home to play music or to paint, or live in spaces where they can practice, or where they don't have multiple roommates, or have, you know, maybe they're a parent and they don't have access to childcare. And how are we actually expecting them to be set up for success when they're just, by the realities of their daily lives, there's only so much they can do? I have a lot of concern around that, and my colleagues and faculty and staff unanimously concerned about that, about how well they can be. I'll give you a final example there, just even specifically with music students, you know, with voice and with breath, that we had conversations around, well, will music not be allowed? Will singing not even be allowed in the community because of health risk? And these are questions, these are existential questions, you know, you're even asking yourself. Very, very, very difficult. And I just want to put those out there, and I appreciate being here very much. Thank you.
Thank you so much.